Hello, everyone. My name is Mr. Mid, and this is my Minecraft world from when I was a little kid. Now, first thing you will notice is that this is not actually my build. This is, in fact, this is just a tutorial that I found online, and I believe I copied everything in perfect detail. Um, I remember my little brother. He moved in here. I'm pretty sure there's like 50 different copies of this exact same pair of diamond boots. Not sure why, but my little brother thought it was cool to have coolness. I remember this, and I don't like how I didn't like how the fences opened up. I was just following the tutorial. I had a dog named Orange who would sit right here, and I remember that we used to make jokes about how much he loved eating cactus. And me and my little brother, when we had a better relationship with each other, we used to play Minecraft a lot, and we used to make up little stories. And I remember sometimes I would make buildings and I would write when in books and quills to try to set up storylines that way I could um, role play, I guess, with him when we were little. Here's the bathroom. I thought that the coral floor was cool, but I thought it was it is a really funny toilet. Just a hole in the ground. It's kind of a Japanese design. Um, I've always liked the idea of having a big map on a wall. I've always liked the idea of getting like a bunch of the big sized maps and then just exploring the entire world, but I never really explored it fully back when I was little. JoJo's toilet. It is a JoJo's toilet. I feel like Paul Nerf is going to be forced to look at next. Um, this isn't orange, this is Goldie. The more astute of the true Mr. Midders, the true mid mobsters will know that this is my real life dog's name. It's not capitalized though, which is funny. Emerald was used as currency in our world. I remember we got into a fight about how we would pretend buy stuff and we would just make emerald blocks, but it was causing inflation for us. The bridge is just nothing. And nothing as well. So interesting. Another TV. I remember I have designated spots for Orange, and he had a wife. I forgot his wife's name though. Bookful stuff. This is my little brother's account. Um, I don't know what any of it means anymore. I used to have lore with some books, but they might have been destroyed, or maybe I just can't find them. There is one thing. There's a little bit of a secret, however, that was not part of the tutorial. I love that window, but this is actually something that I built, and I don't know why, but in all of the houses that I built, I always made chest rooms, even though obviously treasure map. Obviously, I never needed it because we just played in creative. And there's a lot of floors of this too. It's really big, and not all the chests are filled. And that's nothing, by the way. I think I just accidentally broke that. Um, this is in fact supposed to be a character from Among Us. This Among Us wasn't popular by like around the time that I made this world. I made this world several years before Among Us, pre Among Us era, pre sus. Um, the reason that this Among Us creature is here is because several years later, I went around and I explored this Minecraft world, and I showed it off to this girl who I had a crush on at the time. Um, Peeny Peeny. This is a Peeny Peeny fish. That that actually has meaning that we'll see a little bit later. There is okay. I don't want to show it. I don't want to show the name because there's a name. There's an actual real name of a person that I used to have a crush on, and I used to have a real name of. There's a real name of a real girl who I had a crush on that sign. I won't show it because I don't want to dox her. I don't want to name drop her. But we had this running joke where we were playing a Minecraft mini game, the one where you like pretend to hide as a block, and she kept on laughing every time that I said block of hay. I don't know why she found it funny, but I remember it was just a little in joke between us. And the sign says, her name will be mad if you break the block of hay, so don't touch it. The interesting thing about that sign stating her name and stating that she will get mad if I touch it is that a few years later, I went down here in the same basement and I was showing my, at the time, partner this world. And when they saw the sign, it was a little bit awkward because they knew about Rise Down. That's fine. Let's start over. Okay, that's fine. In the video, I'll just edit out the part where I said their name. That's perfectly fine. One thing that you'll notice is that I Gorilla's home. It's funny. I think Gorilla is a name of one of the characters that we had. I'm gonna pretend that I'm not doing this. And there. This well was one of the later creations I made. It's just a well, there's nothing special about it, unfortunately. I remember I used to take a lot of pride in how racist Gorilla was a real gorilla. There's nothing racist going on. I used to take a lot of pride in these roads because I built all of them by hand and I would like blend it in to make it. Oh, I blended it in there. I don't think I ever did that again. I think I'm kind of lazy. But as you can tell, Stonebrick was a pretty. I like Stonebrick a lot. The next house I want to talk about. Oh right, we're gonna sell that land. The next house I want to talk about is this one. Tyler. Tyler's another character. It's not. It's not this Iron Golem. It's gonna drown. I'm sorry. What happened? I name dropped. Now, this house was obviously another tutorial. The same place that I got that. Oh wait, hold on. Before I forget, I made I made a bouncy castle and then I made a sticky castle. Freudian slip name drop. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to say someone's name. This was another tutorial that I did when I was little. I was very uncreative when I was little and I was a builder. I just liked following tutorials. No, I hated it. I hated following tutorials because I would always mess it up. The reason why it's all jungle wood is... Well, I forgot about that. We'll do that last. So my little brother was obsessed with like all these paintings because they used to hide doors and like used to be hard to tell where stuff was. That's a little quirky boy he was. I think this is here because there's a beacon. Yeah, there's a beacon. Hello. I remember this was funny because my little brother could never sleep in this bed because of the slabs. So we broke a slab that he could actually sleep there. He blocked off all the windows, which is a little bit lame because it used to look really pretty. I forget what's in this basement. I think this is something that I built actually. And wow, I forgot about this. Anyways, I built this for my little brother. He didn't really like it. That's why we gave it to one of our characters, which was Tyler. This one, this is a post office. I don't think there's anything of import here. There's about like 30 of these. It's just a book called Private by my little brother, and it just says private. Please only. I think there might be something in one of these chests. There might be like a book somewhere. It's not too important. A lot of books in quills. And a lot of plans we did. Pretty sure all these are, yeah, not all of them are empty. That's fine. We had a second Minecraft world, but I'm pretty sure I lost that one completely forever because the account that it was on was deleted. I never got it back. Now, here you can see a stark contrast in the creative decision making. This was not one of my original builds, this was my little brother's. He loved beacons. Alright, he built a beacon at that house, he built 5 beacons in front of his house. The little man just loved beacons. One thing that you'll notice is that there's a lot of dispensers around, and that's because he was obsessed with creating like a doomsday machine. He really wanted to burn everything, so he kept on setting up all these like, dispensers that would dispense lava to burn everything down. I don't know if it really worked. How do I turn it off? How do I turn it off? It should be off. Faulty machine. It was not much of an engineer. How do I grab it? I used to play Minecraft a lot with my little brother. I'm doing a world tour right now about stuff that we used to do. One thing that I noticed about my little brother's building is that is really weird. And that's because he wanted to have a bunch of different ways to get in, and he wanted to be super secure. That's why there's bedrock, and that's why I think that miners are important to our society. Like this one, this was a little trick. It's like a Santa. It's like Santa going down the chimney. The real way you're supposed to get in was to use an ender pearl, and then they added elytras, and thus it wasn't as good anymore. We'll go into the nether late. We'll go into the nether later. Nether later? Does he have anything actually? I haven't checked this in a long time. He might have a book. All of our lore was in books. Was it? No, I think we mostly just made up stuff on the spot. We didn't think too far. I think that this was the third build we ever made. Buy, rent, and sell. This was a little barn that I made. I think I named some of the horses. Carmel. It's very Carmel. These are very creative names. Is the cat named? No, it's just a cat. Do these have things? Yeah. Why did I have... Okay. I remember... Dude, I loved path blocks next to stone brick. I really liked that combination when I was little. A lot of milk. That was interesting. Now you'll notice this construction right here. This was another one of my little brother's doomsday machines, but as you can tell, it's a little bit... yeah. It's just a little thing that little kids do, you know. As you can tell from the obsidian, it didn't really work out too well. He was a little bit of a shithead, man. Like this is made out of coal and wood, and then he was trying to burn it down with this lava thing right here. He always built stuff out of bedrock. He was a violent little kid. Looking back, he loved to destroy things. This is an even bigger barn that I made. I really liked lanterns. Apparently, I was a big fan of lanterns growing up, and I think I named these ones Powder Sugar, Carmel the Third, Speed, Gray, Ulti, The Law, Bay, Ice, Spirit, Chocolate, Coal. Less cool skills. I'm sorry, man. I was a brutal little kid. You don't deserve that. I haven't changed, man. I really haven't changed. Ice? Well, she's wearing blue. Oh, there's a reason for the blue leather armor. Yeah, you know, working hard. I'm working him down to the bone. Notice the path that I worked really hard for. I tried I tried really hard. My little brother, he made these little things. This for turtles. Salmon? Is it a salmon spawner or is it a turtle spawner? No, this is salmon spawner. I don't know why he's spawning salmon in the turtle thing. Not sure why there's sheep in here, but this was a panda enclosure. Were these... I think there was a joke about how these sheep thought they were pandas or something. Now this one... BCPD. Birch City Police Department. This was obviously one of my own builds. You can tell by the fact that everything is made out of stone brick. Birch City right there. And this was actually a police force center. We had a lot of lore here. Two? Two. That's the wrong two. The number 2 is spelled TWO. There's a little fox. I'll leave him inside. This was a lot of nothing. I remember this was supposed to be like the super special riot armor from when there was a real bad guy walking around. Cell and another cell. Okay, hold on. Can we pretend that you guys didn't see that? And then we're going inside here for the first time. That's a cell. This is another cell. And I know at first it looks like it's just a normal boring cell. Actually, if you go outside and flip the lever, you'll see that right down here, there's super maximum security prison. And for the cauldron, you can fill up the cauldron without interacting with the guy. You can fill it up back here. And then give it back to the dirty found scum and use a shit stained bed. These cannot push bedrock, obviously, so my plan kind of didn't work. Do these have anything? No, it's just God Killer. God, so edgy. I haven't changed, man. I'm not changed. But I would build this stuff. I've never been a big fan of the police department. I just thought they would be a cool thing to play around with. You know, I build all this stuff because I wanted to roleplay with my little brother. And it's a shame that we're not as close as we used to be, but obviously I still have this, of course. Always have this. Speaking of security, if you go right across here, next to the police department, we have Birchville. Okay, I don't know why I have Birch City and now it's Birchville, but here's the Birchville Bank top security, and you go you go around the line, all the way around here, and this is usually closed. That has nothing in it. There's nothing in it. Is there any faster way for me to go down? Down here, and all of these. So these don't all have something. I remember when I was little, I was like, you know what would be a smart idea is if to make the bad guys spend time looking through stuff, if you put stuff only in one of the chests, so that they would have to look through all of them in order to find out which one was the real one. But I had one for diamonds and emeralds and everything. And you just go lower and then there's more chests, more security. Let me show this one, because this one cooler. Look at that, so many doors, and then boom, emeralds. There's iron golems, of course. The muscle. Defend all the valuables. I don't like how this trapdoor is, but I don't want to change it because that's just how he was. I'll come back to that one. All the way down here, we have this, which was obviously You can tell by my own hand, you know, the classic stone brick and this artificial river. I was very proud of this. I thought this was super cool. Up here I had something too. I don't think this did anything. Um, I made this for my mom when I was little. Her favorite flower her favorite flowers were tulips, so I just put tulips everywhere. And I even wrote signs: "Do not pick the tulips, please. Don't do it." And I built up a wall around everything to keep her safe. And I built up these walls extra high so that no matter how hard you tried, you can't jump unless you have a jump boost potion. But little Miss Emma didn't think that far. And then you go all the way down here to the basement, and there used to be dragon egg on the table, but I think I punched it and it moved. I don't think there's anything in here. No lore, no story. Just a TV and a place to shit right in front of the TV. That way you don't need to stop binging the Bridgerton. Now, where do we go? Let's go here. If you can't tell by now, little me has zero creative, constructive bones in his little body. So this was another tutorial that I followed. House of Cortez and Orange. Orange being my dog, of course, who used to sit right here, and he had a wife whose color was blue. I forgot her name though. Lost the time. I don't know where either of them are. They might have died. When I built the house, it was originally the tutorial I followed used spruce, but I didn't like how the spruce looked a little bit pale. So after building the entire house out of spruce, I decided to break all the spruce and then redo it in dark oak. This, I had the idea to go out and like mine it by hand, like not use creative, to actually like work hard and actually show on proud with pride. I would display all my hard-earned minerals up above my stove. This was a nice table. This is a nice ass room, dude. This is a fire room. I like this room. I remember I had a real furnace, like a real fire. Like I had a block of netherrack, and I had a flint and steel. I lit it, but obviously this is all wood plank, so my house burned down. So I had to build it up again. I don't think there's anything lore wise in here. This is sad. I can't find any of the lore books I used to have. If you remember, in that house, I had a cactus, and my dog used to sit next to the cactus, so I gave my dog another cactus over here, and that continued the running joke that my dog Orange really loved cactus, or cacti, rather. Cactuses. Orange eats cactus, yes. And this was a shower. Look at that. And another shit in the ground toilet, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure style. This time I do have a sink, no faucet. No, I don't want to change the world. Go down here, massive TV. Kind of sussy bookshelves. I don't know. I'll leave that one up to you. I might be reaching. Another storage room. I really liked having storage rooms and filling them up with items. I don't know why. Obviously, I never used any of this stuff because I'm just playing creative. Like, who needs a chest full of all different kinds of walls? There's one more kind of cool thing. All the way behind the house. Yo, this is an awesome roof. This is a cool room. I should have spent more time in there. Amy is a dog. I don't know her significance. Mrs. Nick. I had a cat named Nick. I think it might have died. Here's Nemo, Musketeer, Richard, the big. Okay, to explain the joke. Okay, I had 3 fish in here, and I named in the 3 Musketeers. And then I had another three fish in here called A Big Dick, but my mom didn't like that so much, so I renamed him to Richard. Oh, okay. And then there's a little gateway to them. Are they frozen? I don't think there's anything back here. No. That's it for this. Boom. Explosion. Let's go over to this area next. This is Shopping District Downtown Birch. Oh, very clever. Thank you, thank you. I was a very smart young man. Little sweet buns and cookies. Your mom didn't see it coming. No, she had no idea. She has no idea. I completely outsmarted her. This is from my little brother, of course. Sweet Buns is a bakery that I made, and my little brother bought it and he took it over. You'll understand the significance of pumpkin pie pretty soon. I don't think there's anything inside this chest. No. Of course, I love lanterns. This one actually needs a little bit of an explanation. Panda and Moss. Um, when I was little, me and my brother had these two IKEA stuffed animals. One was a panda and one was a moose. And with the stuffed animals, we used to like make up little stories and go on little adventures with them. Very creative stuff. And this is like a little bit of an homage to that, but obviously it's really shitty and really weird. Really weird building. Here is the Black Rose Flower Shop. And this one was really boring. It doesn't have a lot going on, but there was lore implications to Black Rose and the Order of the Black Rose. I forgot the main storyline, but I remember I used to write in Book and Quill, and I would have stuff written in Latin, kind of like secret code to my little brother, and we were like secret agents. I don't know who we were keeping a secret from, since we were the only we were only the two. We were the only two people playing, but you know, you couldn't let the enemy find out, of course. I don't know why there's flowers here. Now this is my little brother's creation. This is peony soup. Peony soup is derived from the peeny fish, and if you remember the basement from Metal Alchemist style, the basement, we had a peeny fish next to the Among Us character. Jim's Peony Emporium was my little brother's creation, and as you can see here, there's a lot of peony soup. A lot of peony soup. Yeah, there's just lots of empty chests apparently. Item frame and an item frame. That's funny. A lot of peony soup, and then get the prices somewhere. That's a peeny fish. Peony is 100 E. Peony is 428 E. I don't know, but this was my little brother's stuff. He was very proud. He wasn't as much of a builder as I was. Not that I was much of a builder. I think we planned on expanding over here, but instead I think pandas and bamboo got at us. So we just kind of mashed and like stuff everywhere. This pillar, it looks a little bit like a penis, but it's not a penis. It's something to mark the land of the town and to show how far we were allowed to expand, but I expanded it later on. I think there's lore about a mayor who was like buying land. Let's go all the way back to the town center, because that is something I need to talk about as well. Go all the way over here. We have... Oh, okay, let's do this first. This is a mine. Abandoned. Do not enter. There might be like a secret room somewhere in here, but I don't think so. And if you're supposed to... Okay, hold on. I'll give you guys the full experience. How God intended. Here's the emerald section, And if you go along here, here's the diamond section. And that's it. I worked really hard on this one. You see the idea though. And over here, this is a build that I was making. It was just a tutorial for a modern looking house. But obviously I got the dimensions wrong a lot. I miscounted a lot when I was a little kid following tutorials. So I would often get frustrated, and this time I told my little brother to destroy it all. And he could use the land for whatever he wanted. But I was very mad at him because instead of breaking it block by block, he used TNT and exploded everything, which made me very upset with him. What the fuck? What? I didn't know that. Okay, no, okay. I'm shocked too, and I'm just like the first time I'm here too as well. I think this was to capture something. I don't know. But and anyways, yeah. Let's go over to this area next. This is a naturally occurring witch's hut, and then I just built onto it to include this minecart stuff. Okay. Anything in here? No. This was like a roller coaster. It didn't. It's not. It doesn't really work. And I didn't finish it. And it doesn't go to anywhere. What? I don't remember this at all. I really panda and polar bear. I don't remember this. I think my little brother built this in secret to protect his endangered animals. Um, and these holes, this is for flying through with elytra. I want to have like a big course, but obviously I never did that. This was not a homage to FaZe Clan. This was supposed to be a pirate ship. I was going to start building it here. Um, you can see how far I got with that. Where's your light? Oh, this is when condoms were first added. Oh, you. This shows you how old this world is. The ocean floor is just gravel, and it's like that for a long time too. Really old world. Going back over here towards the post office, we have this, which was like a foundry. Interestingly enough, if you break this block, you have a little zombified villager and a zombie. They can stay down there though. These were our version of carrier pigeons. I let one escape. I'm letting them all escape. You know what? I'm gonna leave you there. The others get freedom, but you don't. Oh yeah, we would open. Well, they didn't really fly out, but the idea was that you open these out, and then they would fly out, and they would take the layers where they need to go. I don't know why I have this redstone going to nowhere. I think this was supposed to be something, but obviously didn't do anything. Okay, going here and turning here, we have a farm. I think that some of the cows are named. Yeah, Steak Junior, Daisy the Third, Daisy, old Bessie, old Bessie. There's two Yeet, Steak, Steak Junior. There's like 5 Steak Juniors. Steak had a lot of juniors, and I worked very hard for these bridges, man. Look at that. Maybe made it so much effort. And then you go up here, and we'll talk about this later. I wanted to build like an astrology tower on this mountain, but you can tell from my potential as a builder thus far that it never really came to fruition. Hotel and market. I built a bunch of these little tents for villagers to sell stuff out of, and it was really fun. It was based off of Dan TDM's. If you guys remember, Dan TDM has this really old survival series on the Xbox, and he built like this kind of thing, with, like the wool. Um, so I copied him when I made this, and here we have a hotel. Now, the significance of the hotel is that there was a lot of different hotels that me and my brother have built over the years. Um, we were very interested in creating like a hotel. I always liked the idea of hotels. They really lend themselves rather well to my imagination because anyone can walk into a hotel and you can make up any story you want with that. But I wasn't a very good builder, so I could never capture my ideas. Um, all these have rooms. All these rooms have numbers, and all of the rooms have beds and chests and stuff inside the beds. Not beds, the chests. All these have stuff. I think this might have a chest full of something. I don't know. These will all do something. There might be a chest somewhere with a book, but I don't know. The skeleton's staying in here, I guess. And that stuff outside is what we're going to look at next. Close that. I really love lanterns, if you couldn't tell by now. I really like scaffolding as well, but it's kind of a shitty block. Go over here, we go down to the beach. Let's get away. Stay. And you can sit under a nice umbrella. I don't know how you would get... Oh, you can wade through the water, I guess. If you're staying here. You can just sit down, enjoy the view, enjoy the sunset. And as you can see, once again, there's... What? There's stone brick. I'm not sure why. And to make sure that the guests were safe, I put up all this fencing to make sure that like a shark couldn't get in, you know. Alright, Polarismic. Have a nice sleep. I'm almost done though if you want to stick around, you know. There's like one more thing to look at. But sleep well. And if you go over here, you have turtle. You have a turtle scoot in a shell in a chest. You have this. This was for singing "Kumbaya" around the campfire. You know, vibes. This was going to be something over here, but it never turned into anything. And this build was. This was much more modern, Mr. Mid build. If you can't tell by the sheer architectural improvements that I made. I mean, holy guacamole, man. It's indistinguishable from the younger self. This build was made like 3 years after everything else. And this build is something that I made after I showed my, at the time, partner, the world. Oh, wait. Never mind. There's one more thing. Um, I'm gonna preface this by saying that if you are a minor, I would recommend that you look away right now because there's graphic imagery approaching. This is another Among Us character. You have a second sussy and a third sussy. This was made by that person who wrote their name on the sign. No, this this structure in front of you. You can. I'm not going to show it fully, right? I'm going to leave some to the imagination, but from this, you can imagine that it goes up a lot more. You can kind of guess what kind of shape the structure was in, and you can kind of guess what it was supposed to be. Okay. It could be anything. It really could have been anything. I was very mature for my age, but we thought it was funny back then. And here's some more peeny fish. Okay, now enough joking around, enough suspicious activity. Time for the actual final build that I ever made in this world. Me making this build was kind of my way of saying goodbye to my younger self, because even though I wasn't building as much back then, I was still playing with my little brother from time to time, but over the years we stopped playing together and we kind of had to like move on. And this build was me moving on. As you can see, it says I've accepted. This is the last build of this world. And then I closed the doors behind me and I logged off for the last time. But obviously not for the last time because I'm here again all these years later. Well, that's it. This world kind of encapsulates what Minecraft was to me. It was a outlet for me to be creative, and it was a way for me to connect with my little brother. Um, I don't know if I can say that I miss these days because, man. Yeah, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all later. Goodbye. I said chat. That's my entire Minecraft world. Unless there's some secret building, unless there's some secret passage I'm missing. I believe it's all. Well, there was this. A little bonus for the live stream. A little doomsday bunker for when after my little brother activated that, he'll be safe. Oh, yeah, that's my Minecraft world. Good night, Polarismic. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna stream anyways. Thank y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the I hope you enjoyed the live stream. And I hope you all have a good day, morning, evening, afternoon, noon, night, day, whatever time of day it is for you. I hope you enjoy it. I'll talk to you all later. Goodbye.